Well, hello, dual credit students in macroeconomics. I hope that this video finds you well. I hope that you are well rested after the break and you are well and ready to go to finish the semester strong. So the first item up on our agenda is the second exam that's coming up on Friday. This exam is going to cover chapters 8 and 9, and I wanted to give you some pointers to help make your studying more efficient. So from chapter 8 and from chapter 9, you have a lot of formulas. So let me just say this. It's a quick turnaround, but I am completely open to you creating a formula sheet to use on the exam. Now, I'll have to approve it by tomorrow night, all right, in order for you to take the exam on Friday, okay? So as long as it's one sheet of paper, one side of that sheet of paper, and that sheet of paper should be just regular 8.5 by 11 printer size, right? One sheet, one-sided, formulas only. No notes to yourself, no pre-work problems, just formulas. As you're working through or as you are reviewing the problems that you encountered in chapter 8 and chapter 9, make that formula sheet. Take a picture of it and send it to me as a PDF. There's a link in Canvas, and I'll approve it so that way you can use it on exam 2 on Friday, March 25th. So hopefully this will give you a bit more confidence as you're going into the exam and help you move through the problems more efficiently. The topics that I'm focusing on for the exam from chapter 8 are looking at calculating rates of growth, using the rule of 70, and also calculating GDP per capita. From chapter 9, you should know how to calculate the unemployment rate, and also knowing the difference between the unemployment rate and the labor force participation rate, and how to compute both of those things. Also, from chapter 9, you should understand the concept of potential GDP and also be very comfortable using the concept of the natural rate of unemployment and applying that to Okun's law. Okun's law is really one of the most interesting results that we have in economics, looking at the relationship between output and unemployment. So, and also, I'll say in that relationship between output and unemployment, we're studying opportunity costs, and we can monetize those opportunity costs. If people in a society are suffering from high unemployment, they can't go to work. And if they cannot go to work, then we see that that's going to be the trade-off for not having as much production, right? So be comfortable with those problems, with those graphs, with that analysis, and making sure that your understanding goes well beyond just being able to define things. I'm looking for you to be able to apply them and to understand them in the way that you can relate it back to me, or at least relate it back to the problems that you'll see on the exam to get you to the right answer, right? There is an extra credit opportunity for exam 2, just like there was for exam 1. And if you complete the exam 2 extra credit study guide to 100%, I will add 5 points to your exam 2 grade. So that's going to be this Friday. And again, there's a link on Canvas for you to submit your formula sheet if you choose to use one. I have to approve it before you use it. So because I'm making the deadline Thursday night, that means that I need to be able to send a list of names over to your proctors if you have been approved to use the formula sheet. All right, last couple of things. You have a discussion post, looks like due on April 5th. Please be sure to go to Canvas, look under the Start Here module, and read the discussion post information page. Just responding to a discussion will get you maybe a 70. You have to have citations, and they have to include MLA 8th edition parenthetical citations. Also, you have to engage with other people's posts. That's the only way that you can get 100. Responding, using jargon, having proper citations, and engaging on another person's post, at least one other person's post. So there aren't a ton of discussions in this class, but they're heavily weighted, very important. Make sure that you take a look at that information page before responding to the discussion that's due on the 5th. And then finally, on April 8th, the empirical and quantitative skills assessment is due. Now, this is a different type of assignment from the other ones that you've encountered in this course. It has more weight and it's more independent. I have you going online in order to find data, gather that data, and then analyze that data. So a lot of number crunching, the things that you are going to be doing on exam 2, GDP per capita, but using real data and big numbers, all right? This is a preparation for the final project, which is a website that you and your group, your discussion group, are going to create together. So getting past this second exam and approaching the empirical and quantitative skills assessment is where we can start talking about the final project. All right, so make sure that you upload the cheat sheet. Email me if you have any questions. And if there's any reason why you are unable to take the exam, please email me and let me know. If you can't take the exam on Friday the 25th, you need to ask for approval via email to take it another day, okay? Otherwise, you won't have access to it. So let's stay in touch, and I'll talk to you soon.